It's 2 a.m., you have a strange pain, you are anxious, and instead of waiting to see a doctor, you type your symptoms into a chatbot. You hit enter, expecting a precise medical diagnosis. But recent research from Oxford University points to a severe risk in this exact scenario. Relying on generic AI models in a clinical setting frequently produces inconsistent and sometimes dangerous medical advice. People often assume artificial intelligence is an all-knowing entity. We tend to think that because it can process billions of pages, it inherently understands everything it reads. This creates a strange contradiction. The exact same software that can flawlessly generate a complex essay on historical economics can completely misdiagnose a common respiratory infection. Predicting the next logical word in a sentence is an entirely different task than understanding the physical realities of human biology. General-purpose algorithms struggle with medical specialization because vocabulary patterns do not equate to biological knowledge. To see why this happens, we have to look at the raw training ground for generic large language models or LLMs. These are AI systems designed to understand and generate human text, and their classroom is the open, unfiltered internet. Generic models absorb massive, diverse datasets purely by hunting for statistical patterns without understanding context. A casual message board post and a peer-reviewed journal carry the exact same statistical weight. This flat, unweighted data produces a fractured, factually false output called hallucination. The system effectively takes on the persona of an overly confident student. If it doesn't know the answer, the math compels it to invent a convincing guess to satisfy the prompt, rather than admitting ignorance. When software learns from absolutely everything humanity has ever uploaded, it internalizes our carefully verified facts, right alongside our fictions. The medical field operates on entirely different rules. It requires an environment of extreme precision and strict regulation. This is why researchers develop domain-specific models like MedPalm2 and MedGemma, specialized for the medical domain. These systems undergo a secondary education process known as fine-tuning. During fine-tuning, the model is rigorously retrained using a highly restricted diet of validated clinical guidelines and case studies. This creates constraint. The model is explicitly designed to hit a wall and admit, "I do not know," instead of guessing. Specialized software succeeds in a clinical setting because its architecture is built to recognize the exact limits of its own knowledge. But even the most highly trained specialized AI eventually runs into the messy, physical reality of a real doctor's office. Human doctors rely heavily on clinical nuance. They collect a patient's history, observe physical lifestyle cues, and read unspoken symptoms like a slight tremor before finally deciding on a medical diagnosis. Software is blind to this physical context. An AI can only calculate probabilities based strictly on the text a user types into a prompt box. This leads to the exact issue Oxford researchers highlighted. Without physical context, the software often blends highly accurate advice with incorrect conclusions so smoothly that a patient cannot safely separate the two. Algorithms do not possess moral judgment, and they cannot feel the weight of a life or death responsibility. Because they lack this lived human experience, they can never act as the final diagnostic authority. The goal is a collaborative clinical environment where human professionals actively review data alongside technology. We are shifting toward the co-pilot approach, where specialized AI serves as a tireless, encyclopedic assistant. Looking at this visual, we can see how an AI instantly cross-references the medical dossier for complex drug interactions across massive databases, or scans this X-ray to spot microscopic patterns that a tired human eye might overlook. By handling the routine, heavy data crunching, the software frees the doctor to focus entirely on complex cases and ethical judgments. This capacity to amplify human expertise is where the true value of artificial intelligence lies. And this amplification extends far beyond the high-tech glass towers of big cities, reaching agricultural communities like Birena-Singhpur in Odisha. Localized translation initiatives like the Bhashini project and Kisan AI are breaking down long-standing language barriers. Bhashini uses AI to provide real-time translation, bringing this intelligence to people in native languages like Odia. We are witnessing the democratization of specialized medical and governance data, ensuring that expert knowledge physically reaches the remote village clinic and the local farmer's field. We have to remember that AI is a human-made tool. Much like a hammer, Its impact, whether to build or to break, depends entirely on the wisdom of the person wielding it. These specialized machines are rapidly learning how to serve us safely. The ultimate responsibility now rests on a single vital question: are we learning how to guide them wisely?